What's up, my little TCL Scorpion72. Today we take a look at Static Shock, known to me because I watched the animated series back in the... when did the animated series come out? Anyways, here we have DC Comics, DC Icon Static figure from DC Collectibles. He comes in the window box packaging, showcasing the figure inside along with his accessories. On the side there, it's figure number 17. This figure is long and late. He was supposed to be released last April, so he's a little bit behind. You see at the bottom there, it says "Don't start none, won't be none." That's based off the storyline Static there, because that from Storm Comics, part of DC's when he first appeared. And this is the actual first way he appeared in the comic book. Other than that, you can see the other figures that were released, as I mentioned, and that's about it. So let's open up this figure and see what he's all about. And like all icons, they come with the instruction sheet showing you how to change their hands, put on the accessories, and change their heads. Even though he wasn't part of this way, they incorporate him in this instruction sheet here. And what does Static come with? Well, not this. So when he was originally up for pre-order way back last year, this is all the stuff and accessories he's supposed to come with. So basically the window box packaging is showcasing exactly what he comes with, which is a manhole cover, the lightning to hold the manhole cover, and his extra head. I know some of us thought that maybe it would be hidden underneath the banner, but that's not the case. Those other accessories were cut, and that's a real shame for such a great figure. So first off is his head that he comes with the hat, the Malcolm X hat that he's wearing. And this is the way he kind of appeared on the cover of the Static comic book, if I remember, because I do have it somewhere, but it's in a comic book box. Nevertheless, really cool, really nice. And the other thing, of course, is the manhole cover that has a Dakota written on it, because he lives in Dakota City, and that's where he fights his crime. And of course, you have the lightning that he uses to transport himself for transportation via the manhole cover. He uses the lightning and static electricity to fly him around the city. And here we have a little comparison of him with the other figures in the DC Icons line. There he is standing next to Blue Beetle and Firestorm. They really did get the height right on him because he is technically a teenager, so he should not be taller than like Firestorm or the same height as Firestorm or any of the adult superheroes. Even here you can see he's still smaller than Green Arrow and Batman, which were the first figures in the first wave, which came out small, and now they're kind of like adjust the height, but he still really fits in very well. I really can't argue the sculpting of the DC figures. They really do capture the essence of the characters and stuff that they're doing the action figures on, and I really do like their paint job and stuff. That's one thing about them. They always have a great paint jobs with their figures and stuff, and they take time, and you can tell there's a lot of passion and stuff on what they do, especially with getting the figure and description of the character just right. Even when he's on his manhole cover, he looks really cool. The thing about the manhole cover is that there's a way to adjust it into the actual lightning, and you have to just pose them and balance them really well to make sure. And the pegs do fit in both feet, but I find it fits better in his left foot than it does in his right foot. And then you can just start posing and taking photographs of him any which way you like, and it's really cool. It does look nice. Now, that all being said, this is actually my favorite one, favorite head I should say, because with the hat and stuff, it just really brings out his kind of character as a teenager fighting crime in his city.
Alright, so you have Virgil Hawkins. See, I like this. The hat looks like a real hat actually, and it's kind of pliable too. You can squeeze it a bit. So his head's kind of a ball joint, left, right, up, down. It's really well. Arms go outwards, forwards. He has a swivel at the bicep. He got double jointed elbows. The gauntlets don't swivel. I thought they would, but they don't. He has a swivel at the wrist as well as the hinge at the wrist. And yeah, his hand does pop off, so Of course, all of them are made like that to switch out hands, so it's too bad he didn't come with another hand. Trying to think in the line, I don't think there's anybody for blue hand, so maybe if there is, you can always have him have a different hand, but it would have been cool to get the lightning hand that was originally solicited with him. Here he has upper chest movement, good rotation. Here he has the ab crunch. It's kind of stiff on this one, so it doesn't really go too far, too back. You don't get much range of motion with that. Next we go here, legs go outwards, downwards. There's a little bit of a drop there, you can see. I guess he's like a teenager, smaller figure. They don't have it dropping as much as the bigger guys and the heroes. Double jointed knees. This was surprising for me, is that he has a calf swivel, which I wasn't expecting, and he has here regular ankle pivot and ankle rocker and 2 holes in the peg feet. So simple costume. I do like the metallic shine and everything to it. Nice little lightning bolt there on the back. Really do wish he did come with the trench coat and all his other accessories. He's supposed to be a deluxe figure. But what's confusing to me is that he's regular price, but on the DC Collectibles website he's at $34 compared to the $28. So I don't even think they even notice that he's missing accessories, because they haven't really changed the price of him on their own website, which I find kind of like humorous. Won't start none, won't be none.
So, due to the fact that they did not include any kind of effects or any kind of attachments with Static, I've been looking around seeing what I can actually use and what works with him to mimic his powers. I find that the Havoc accessory pieces, the gauntlets that come with the Havoc figure from Marvel Legends work pretty well. Another one is from Star Wars that has some electrical shields and stuff from like Count Dooku and some of those other characters, and the droids that work really well. Even the lightning that stretch out like from Yoda, I think he has like a brick or something. These are from the 3 3/4 inch figures, which you can probably still find a little bit cheap. You can find cheap here and there if you look around. And I'm not recommending you buy those figures just for the accessories, but if you feel that it's an accessory that really will work with this figure, and the cost is not that expensive for you to get this figure and worth it just to get this small accessory, I do recommend it. Maybe you can just find an accessory online too by itself, and you don't have to worry about buying and paying for the figure. That being said, it's just really weird that they did not include at least his lightning hand, because this is a figure that utilizes lightning. Even some of the pictures from the previous shows up until when he was supposed to be released, and even the promo shot of him from DC Collectibles themselves show you him with the lightning hand. I just didn't think it would be cut. I had a feeling the jacket was cut or something like that. I thought maybe even the manhole cover and thing would have been cut, but I never thought they would have cut the lightning hand, which is a hand that would have been really great for this figure. And seeing how DC Icons is all about changing hands and changing for having different poses and accessories, and the fact that Static here comes with none, it's really too bad, because this really turned out to be a really great figure, which could have been a lot better. So Static should be available on online retailers and comic book shops. If you're getting the Icons line, I do recommend getting this figure. Like I said earlier in this video, it's just a shame that they cut a lot of his accessories and stuff, which really what made this character a standout figure and great for your collection and display. Nevertheless, really cool figure, really cool accessories that he does come with, and not much more I can say about that. So, Scorpion72, a review of Static from DC Collectibles DC Icons line, telling you to enjoy your toys and keep playing. Maybe next time, kid. If there is a next time. Maybe next time.